Bless up. You already know what's up. It's blessings on top of blessings. You know how we do it around here. It's that elevation, that upliftment, and that food for the soul. Just to go about getting us right. Because the nourishment in which we go about taking in has vital importance in where we're trying to go. Because too many of us have been left to believe something which isn't true. And that truth that I'm talking about, each and every person must go about discovering it for themselves, because everybody's journey is different. There's no group understanding. You could agree on certain things, but at the end of the day, you must go about discovering what love is for yourself, because we're all looking for different things in our lives. And what's good for me may be bad for you. So don't base your existence on what other people are doing, but just come to see, how do I go about being progressive, finding that state of peace, persevere, and allow myself the chance to be making progress in no matter what the situation may come about that I'm facing on a day-to-day. Because you see, consistency is the key. No matter what you're experiencing, don't switch up. Try to be consistent as possible in regards to what direction you're going in, because every lesson is only a challenge to go about showing you what it is that you need to develop and grow from. And in growing, we have to come to understand that growth requires certain level of exertion, of force. And that exertion of force, when being applied in the right way, it forces us, if we are at a place of allowing the chance to go about developing into something better. Because you see, you must remember, it's not what's being said, it's how you go about processing the information. And too many times, we are the ones not listening to the information or what's being said because of who it's coming from or the level of importance that we go about putting upon the messenger and so forth. So for us to go about developing and growing, we have to come to realize and understand that life is about taking the onus in regards to oneself, in regards to what is it that I need to go about doing that I'm not doing. Because a lot of us have been consistent in doing the same old debauchery and believing that we're going to get somewhere. But things don't change unless you go about making that change. Release all the inhibitions. Release all the fears. Release all the doubt so that anxiety, depression, mental illness may not go about plaguing you and holding you in a state of misery. Now, I say that to say this. Today, I'm going to help you get out of prison, because that prison of the mind is holding you back. It's not doing anything for you. And the reason I go about saying I'm going to help you get out of prison is only because too many of us are trapped in a cycle, a repetitive cycle where we go about replaying the same trauma over in our heads. And by replaying that trauma over in our heads, we become victimized. And even though that trauma took place some time ago, if we keep replaying that same trauma, we will then become reactive to what we're going and dealing with in life. Because you see, life carries two measuring sticks. Either you're proactive or you're reactive. Now, if we have not gone about making peace with what we had endured yesterday, we're being reactive. Because if what happened yesterday is going about influencing the decision we go about making today, then you're a prisoner of yesterday. But in order for you to go about breaking free of that cell, of that way of thinking, you need to understand certain things was beyond your control. And let it be the ignorance, let it be to not knowing better. Yesterday was a situation where you find yourself in, despite on how you go about viewing it, good, bad, or indifferent. Take away what you need to take away, but do not let yesterday go about influencing today and how you go about approaching and your drive towards what you're trying to get done in life. Just because you failed yesterday, that's not guaranteed today. The only thing that is guaranteed, if you do the same shit you did yesterday, the same outcome will come out today. So now let's free our minds. Let's free ourselves and come to incorporate a sense of freedom. You already know how we do it. 1.